Match been so far?
It's been wild. The quality has been insanely high throughout. Yes, there have been a couple of slip-ups in the time scrambles, but strategically, tactically, they're spotting stuff, practical sacrifices and gambles from Magnus just paying off at the end there to maintain his lead. I've been impressed. It's been less topsy-turvy than yesterday's semi-final between Alireza and Hikaru, but we know how good he is in the 1+1. Magnus must be feeling the pressure. He was snacking away in the break, chewing up there. And we're back to the BOGO-INDIAN with that check. Magnus now goes for a solid version, trading off the bishop for knight, but parting with the bishop pair.
Yes, now we will be seeing a Queen's Indian setup for black with the lack of the dark squared bishop. White will not get the traditional approach with g3, bishop g2, the king side fianchetto. We're going to slowly ease into this one, but I have to say that break came at a good moment because Alireza was catching fire. Alireza is a really, really streaky player. When he feels like he is playing well, good lord does he play well. And Magnus here, look at this, taking a pawn, opening up the g-file. David, what can we expect?
Yeah, this is a big, big decision for Magnus Carlsen, but I think he studied this type of thing before. He wants to get the g-file. Black has great control over this long square, this long diagonal here on the light squares. And yes, the kings are both castled to the same side, but I don't think that's bad news for black. With the bishops, they want open diagonals. They want targets. They don't have any right now, and Magnus is doing Magnus things with the h-pawn marching.
For sure, it's very difficult here for white to actually make these bishops happy. He's going to have to reposition his knight. In repositioning his knight, he's going to then block some of the other pieces. Like, the only way to move the dark squared bishop into the game is maybe via c1. To do that, you have to move the king and then the bishop, but Magnus chooses to go a little passive, and this might let Alireza get in the game a bit here.
Yeah, big moment.
f4?
Ooh, tempting, right? Before the black knight clamps down on that square. Yes, it's a pawn sacrifice, but the dark squared bishop would be thanking you. Oh, I love it, Levy. f4 not played, though. That would have been up Alireza's alley for sure. Instead, we see a blocked position with the knights jumping.
Yeah, this position now with the knight getting to f5, still not bad, but after black's bishop gets to c8, it's just going to chop it down. Alireza has to get the dark squared bishop out before it's too late.
He moves his king, he shuffles. His next move is almost for sure going to be a bishop retreat to try and kick away this knight. That knight can be backed up, though, by its fellow knight here. Very, very tense.
And then what?
And then what?
And then what? Like, yeah, absolutely, I get it. I don't understand why the computer thinks that black is so much better. Maybe some queen d7, queen h3, like you have to... Ooh. Or that. That could be it. Yeah, that's a problem.
Great move. It looks surprising, but actually the white queen cannot go forward when it gets hit in a moment. He's going to have to retreat all the way home. And now black inches forward. He's improved all of his pieces. The problem is this is a typical Magnus grind. He loves close centers, slow improvement moves, minimal risk right now. No energy for the opponent. He's trying to kill Firouzja's momentum.
And plenty of energy for Magnus. He is still chewing, by the way. Whatever it was, it is fueling him throughout this game. 2 minutes on the clock, approximately, for both players. Yeah, Alireza is not happy here, but he is just going to sit, and he is going to let Magnus approach and see if he can fire back at some point.
Ooh, he does part with the g-file, though. Black has this open line. Watch out for any infiltration later. For now, it's all covered. The white knight is the glue holding things together, covers the black rook from landing on g2, most importantly, and finally some counterplay. He's going to be trying to smash open the queen side sooner or later, but knight g2 very, very strong. Kicking away, trading off that key defender.
Threatening to infiltrate with the rook right after, so Alireza is not going to have the time to play c5.
It was so important as well. Before c5, maybe the white knight could have come this way to escape the trade. But knight g4 instead.
Very tricky.
Blocking the g-file, most importantly.
You could have taken it with the light squared bishop if you were Magnus, but then that would have opened things up. Instead, he does this. Maybe f5 is an idea?
Ooh, f5 definitely on the cards now. There are knight h6 tricks. Very Alireza-esque. Just a fork there. Knight h6 would attack the rook, would have attacked f5 as well. But the black knights now are the ones plugging the gaps.
But if white stabilizes, although that's extremely difficult considering g4 is hanging, he'll get c5 and c6, and if anybody on the planet can checkmate you from this position, it is Alireza, but he's definitely not so happy here.
Yeah, the problem is he can't get his queen on the diagonal. Like c5, he would love to get his queen up and round to a6, but all the squares are covered. He's going to have to do a bit of a stutter step here. Queen to d2 first, and black is first to get in.
Yeah, this is an absolute demolition job, a positional masterpiece. The queen not only stops the white queen or any piece from advancing forward, it's going to take on h2, and then black is just going to promote the h-pawn.
That's the future queen. Just cutting across the third rank is full domination. White can barely move a piece. Magnus can slow play this now. Take all the time in the world. What to do? What's the best bet for Alireza long term? Is it just install a pawn here and hope for checkmate? What to do?
Just sacrifice the rook there. Love the poster. It would be not a good decision at this very moment. Although, to be honest with you, frankly, not any move looks particularly effective. This is such a clinical game, I'm not sure he repeats this line.
Exactly. Or at least if he does, he's not going to allow the center to block up. He puts a pawn on c6, so if the white queen ever does land on a6, maybe checkmate, but wow, check this out. There was a double hit on the white rook, which couldn't have been sacrificed, and now the black knight transports over to pick up the a3 pawn. This is just over. Maybe Alireza just resigns this game, moves on to the next one.
Yeah, this is the best game Magnus has played in quite some time. Actually, twice now in this match, when Alireza picked up steam, Magnus just came back in emphatic fashion. 3.5, 2.5 in that first segment. Then Magnus wins 3 in a row. Alireza leads this segment, and Magnus getting a win. Well, it's not over yet, but this is the best game he's played in like an hour.
It's that gum. Is it the neuro gum? Whatever Magnus is chewing, it's magical. Giving him powers there, and the clock turns red. Alireza in huge time trouble. He's going to click the resign button. There we go. Magnus takes the win, makes a face. He's very happy with that one.
Yeah, that was